Hi, I'm Laura.
Hi, I'm Katrina.
And welcome to Do It For The Bit, where we've been into
childhood specific interests
since 99.
Since 99.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's season 2.
It's season 2.
Now I know in season 1 we're like we end in season 1, we're like, oh, we'll just take a little break. And we'll be back real soon. And that did not happen.
That did not happen.
Apologies, first of all.
Yeah, apologies. It's been 2 months?
It's been... The thing is, here's the tea, y'all. We have literally recorded 3 episodes. But I think we flew too fast, too far, too soon.
To the sun.
Yeah. Because,
my wings, they're made of wax and they're melty.
They melted, okay? Yeah. They melted real fast. We got a camera and we're like, ooh.
Oh, we're gonna do visuals.
We're gonna do
yes.
recorded video.
So you can see us.
And then that's actually really hard to edit.
Well, it's not that it's hard to edit. It's that it's hard on our computers to edit.
It's very hard. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, like we are fully...
we're film majors.
We're film majors. We can edit. The thing is, when we were editing in like a nice studio suite on
with,
campus.
Really nice computers.
With nice big old computers. It's not quite the same to edit, 2 hours of footage on your schlaptop
Your little laptop.
Your little laptop or your big laptop. Your little schlaptop at home. Cannot handle it, and it will crash and burn and get hot, and it will sound like a jet engine, and it will shut down.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I was trying to edit an episode, and it took me 2 hours, not even to edit anything, just to try to open the files.
My God. Every
single time I tried to open the files, Adobe would crash, or then my laptop would freeze, and then I have to restart it and take out the hard drive and put it back. It was not working. And so and also, with that episode, as we were telling stories, we were in a different setup because we're like, oh...
They need to see us.
So we need to be...
Normally, we sit in, a bed or a couch. And
yes.
But for y'all, we wanted, a nice background, and so we sat at a table.
Big mistake. Huge. Okay? Because we're at a table, I'm just tip-tapping my hands. I love to talk with my hands. I like to slap and clap things with my hands.
For emphasis.
It's for the emphasis.
Yeah.
And
if you could see her right now, her hands are flying.
They're on fire, okay?
Yeah.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Those are her hands.
Those are my hands. Mm-hmm. But during sitting at a table that is wooden, okay? Yeah. I was slapping the table as I was talking, and so it became unbearably loud.
Yeah.
Literally, even if we put a cup down, you could hear it through the microphone. It was actually the worst experience.
It was torture to try and edit, and it is literally, we had no idea, and
we were like, oh, we're just telling stories.
It's such a shame because that episode it was a funny episode. We were talking about family vacation stories. We might still release it. It'll just be kind of irritating to listen to because
very irritating.
For example, this is an example of what we were trying to edit out, but basically be like, oh my gosh, while you're talking,
we'd be
for emphasis, that was what we were trying to edit. And you can't, it's one thing if we were accidentally bumping the table between words, but it was in succession with our words.
It was in conjunction.
Yes.
It was bad.
So we couldn't edit out the bumps.
No. And we could only lower the volume, but then you lose the words, and it's what's going on?
It's a mess.
So I think we should just re-record that one. Let us know if you want to hear that one, because it was funny.
It's a funny episode. I think we're going to lose some of the magic if we have to re-record it.
Agreed.
But
it was truly miserable. So actually, let us know.
Let us know.
On our Instagram at Do It For The Bit Podcast.
If you want the original Family Vacations episode, or
with the multiple interruptions and bumps.
With the bumps. Or if you're guys, just do a type 5 and just really tell those stories concise and redo it.
Let us know. Because we're conflicted. But anyway, we're not talking about that today.
No.
We're talking, everyone, okay, as a little girl.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking
right
experience
now.
And right now.
Right. Past, present, probably future.
Definitely future.
Yeah. Little girl forever.
You can actually put that, put that as a tramp stamp.
Is that going to be your first tattoo right above your crack? Actually, no.
I was
let me clarify. It is a very common joke between me and Laura. If someone says like a crazy sentence, we say, "Oh, I'm gonna get my that's gonna be my first tattoo. I'm gonna put it like right above like my crack as a tramp stamp."
That's gonna be my tramp stamp.
Like we say that a lot.
Yeah, there was literally like something last night that Casden said, and I was like, you know what? Tattoo that right here, right here. And I was referencing right above my crack.
I'm gonna bend over, and you're gonna tattoo that on my low back. That's like a joke we say a lot. And I did not mean anything by you saying I'm a little girl forever. Don't put that above your crack.
No, as soon as I thought about it for a moment, I was like, that's bad. Actually, we can't do that.
Don't put that anywhere near anything.
No, but mentally, I can tattoo that on your heart.
Yes,
I can carry that with me through life.
Yes.
So, as a little girl, now and in the past,
and the future,
of course. You have weird little interests. You have weird little niches. You have weird little special hobbies that you're like, ooh. And it makes you really excited. And it makes you want to like just like wiggle your hands like an evil like little
scientist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be talking about those today.
Yeah.
Because I think they're funny and silly, and everyone has them.
I miss that spark. I miss it.
The joy.
The absolute like
wonder.
The wonder. The feral nature of like having like a new little thing that you're into.
You're like, ugh.
The magic around it. I miss it so much.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why I'm rereading Percy Jackson.
Yeah. You rereading it, I just reread it.
I'm, like, regressing heavily. I am, like, I don't get to read super often because I'm so tired I only read at night, but I'll get, like, 3 pages in and I'll, like, wake up and I'm still holding the book.
Dude, that's, like, how my dad is. He would literally, I remember, he'd be reading a book at night, and then he'd read it on his stomach, and then it would fall between the bed and the wall, and then, like, in the mornings, he'd be like, Laura, can you get my book? So I'd have to crawl underneath the bed and grab it for him. And he's like, I only read 1 page. It takes them like months to get their books.
That's my problem. Like whenever I was on vacation in
Redacted. Check out our vacation episode
if it ever gets released. I went on vacation in Northern California to go hike through the redwoods. I literally just hopped in a hammock and was reading.
That's so nice.
Reread The Lightning Thief, and I was like, to be a 12-year-old boy.
That book's awesome.
It's pure.
It's so good. It's fun. It's sassy.
It's sassy.
It's about like.
It's not complicated.
It's not complicated. They're on a mission to get a lightning bolt.
So straightforward. I love it.
I recently reread all of the 5 Percy Jackson books.
Yeah.
And then I reread The Lost Hero, and then I read the rest of them because I stopped when I was younger. I stopped reading The Lost Hero. Mm-hmm. So I actually like read the whole, Heroes of Olympus, and then like the Lost Hero series. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the second one's called. Blood of Olympus. No, that's a book.
I thought the Heroes of Olympus was the name of the second series.
Oh, it's Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Yes.
Heroes of Olympus.
Yeah.
So I read the Heroes of Olympus, and God, it was good.
Yeah.
Some of them were really good. Some of them were like not as good.
Yeah. No, I'm reading Sea of Monsters right now, and Sea of Monsters is like my least favorite Rick Riordan book.
That one's not very good.
It's not. It's not bad. It's just like it does not have the sauce.
When you read like
Titan's Curse,
I would say
shit gets heavy.
Titan's Curse, that one's awesome.
Battle of the Labyrinth, also
the what?
Labyrinth.
What?
What
are you?
I'm not saying it weird. No, I'm not.
Yes.
No, I'm not. Labyrinth. Battle of the Labyrinth. The Labyrinth is getting worse. Stop making me say it.
Battle of the Labyrinth.
Okay, now you're saying it weird.
No, I'm saying it right.
I'm saying it right, too. I'm not conceding on this. You sound crazy.
You're crazy.
Uh-oh. Anyways.
That one I like, but I like Titan's Curse and The Last Olympian the most.
The Last Olympian, so...
That one's goated, dripped in the sauce, lost in the sauce, actually.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Like, Percy, like kind of coming into his own and being, like, grown up and, like...
And then, like, having to get, like, the mark of Achilles and stuff.
Oh, yeah, the Achilles curse or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drippy as hell. Also, like, having a battle in Manhattan.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
And having all the statues come to life.
Yeah, crazy.
That was so cool.
Yeah. No, that series was, like, such a fun super fun part of my childhood. Me and my childhood bestie, Yuna, shout out Yuna. We would talk about Percy Jackson all the goddamn time. Like, constantly. And we were, like, big on... Oh, my God. I'm forgetting her name. There's a specific artist that...
I know exactly who you're talking... And then didn't she do the stuff for, like, later on?
She did the canon stuff. But
yes.
Back in the day...
It was just fan art, right?
It was fan art. But back in the day, the canon... like, released by, Rick Riordan's estate or whatever, like, drawings of the characters were atrocious.
Yeah.
No offense to the...
Sorry, Ricky boy.
Maybe not no offense, because obviously how can you not take offense to that? But I just, like, say I'm sorry for what I said, but...
But, like, you know what? They saw it, they realized they were wrong.
Dude, the original drawings of the characters were like, why are all of these children absolutely busted?
I don't remember really looking at those.
I'm gonna pull them up.
I want to see them.
like Percy was greasy. Annabeth's eyes were really far apart. But when you type in Percy Jackson, the fan art shows up in the thing. It's not the OG one. Oh my god. They've all been replaced. It's not the old art. It's all the... Let me see if I can find
What's her name?
Let me find it. Wow. Rick Riordan fully retconned the old art. It's now all her art.
That's so hard.
This girl, what is her name? Vivian, I think? Yes.
Oh my gosh. I looked up Percy Jackson original art. Who is this?
Yes. It is so...
Who is this guy?
Literally.
No way.
Literally, that's supposed to be Nico.
Wait, no, it says Antonio.
That's Nico.
That cannot be Nico.
Yeah. No, okay.
Why does he look like that?
So the original art, everyone absolutely hated it. Everyone despised it. And everyone's like, these don't even look like... All these children look like they were dropped on their heads.
Dude, this is really bad.
It's really bad. And so then there was this artist on Tumblr that everyone was obsessed with because she really captured all of the, like, how everyone actually pictured all the characters.
Yeah.
And it's also very beautiful artwork. It's very colorful. Her name was Varia, but her real name's Victoria. Rick noticed that...
Ricky Tikki Bobby Wobby?
Yes, Ricky Tikki Bobby Wobby Riordan noticed that all the fans just completely, like, abandoned the artwork that was, like, approved and only, like, accepted her artwork. And so he paid her and, like, got her on, and, like, now all of the canon artwork is from her.
That's awesome.
It's so
This
cool.
is so funny. This one sparks joy.
These do not spark joy.
That's really crazy. Who's
Yeah.
the redhead? Is
That's
that Rachel?
That looks nothing like how any of us would imagine Rachel.
No. This is really... That's Talia? No.
Like, who is this man?
Literally, whenever I pulled him up, I was like, no way, that's him.
Yeah.
Why does he looks like the guy in Meet the Robinsons whenever he's like the little kid.
Yes. But literally, look up, like, if y'all care about Percy Jackson at all.
Which
like,
you should.
Which you should. Even as an adult, I think you'd enjoy reading it. You gotta understand it is originally meant for, like, a 12-year-old audience, but it is still a super fun read.
The thing is, it's timeless. It's about the whimsy. It's about the fun. It's about the adventure and the quest.
It's, like, sassy and, like, adventurous.
And it's about, like, being, like,
and they're timeless because Rick wrote out a specific reason why cell phones aren't in it. So, like, you don't have to deal with, like, modern technology. I'm like, it's timeless. It's timeless.
It's timeless.
He's a genius for that.
It's so fun. And there's not, like, a huge, like, bigger meaning of it all. You know what I mean? It's just, like...
I mean, there's nice lessons.
There's some lessons, but it's not, like, where it's, like, 1984. You know what I mean? Where it's, like, this is, technology bad, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it's, like, it's just a fun read where you can, like, learn some things and feel like you're on a fun adventure with... That's how I feel with Six of Crows.
Yeah.
Because it's, like...
I did not like Six of Crows. I never even finished it.
Yeah.
I got, like, 75% of the way through, and I was like, I don't care.
What?
I know. I'm sorry.
How did you not finish it?
I didn't like any of the characters. I thought they were all boring. I didn't like them.
Gobsmacked.
I know. Everyone, like, absolutely eats that book's ass.
It's a really good book. I don't know how you don't like it.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the original art. The one
You're like, I'm busy right now.
I didn't get to look at it, but like Hazel, okay, Hazel looks nice in the original art.
Yeah.
And then I think Leo looks okay.
I couldn't even tell that was Leo. I was like, who is this guy?
It's a guy with a tool belt on. He's got curly hair. So, and then Piper looks busted. Frank looks busted. Grover looks busted. Annabeth's eyes are far apart. Rachel, like,
all their faces look really, like, misshapen.
I don't know why they did Nico like this. Also, Tyson looks crazy. Luke looks like an anime villain, which doesn't even make sense. Like, did you see Luke?
Is this him?
That's Luke. Like, Luke literally looks like an anime villain. Talia looks
this guy?
Okay. But yeah, absolutely dreadful.
Was this supposed to be... So this is... Is this Frank? Who is this?
That's Percy.
That can't be right.
It's older Percy.
That cannot be right.
Isn't it horrible?
This is really bad. But this is awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's Percy.
Also, like...
Why does he look like he's about to sneeze?
He literally looks like a Picasso drawing. I hate the one of Jason, too. Jason looks like he's, like, 5 years old.
Yeah,
he's supposed
Jason's
to be
like 16. Like 15, 16.
Oh, my God. Dude, I remember one time Yuna was, like, reading a bunch of, like, Percy Beth fanfiction. And she was like, do you know what a lemon is? And I was like, what? And she's like, do you know, like, what a lemon is? And I was like, no, I mean a lemon. It's like a citrus.
Yeah.
She's like, no, do you know what a lemon is? I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, look it up when you get home.
Okay.
Lemon was a code word for smut. If you look up, like, Percibeth Lemon, it was, like, Percibeth Smut. Isn't that funny? And then sometimes they'd be cheeky, and it'd be, like, a normal, like, just, like, a fluff story, and then they would, like, at the end, they'd cook, like, a lemon tart or something, and be like, and then they'd be like, winky face, I told you it was with lemon.
Winky face.
And I was, like, 13, I was like, where's the sex? Where's the sex? Wait, I want to see if that still holds up. If I type in Percy Beth.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Lemon. Yep. If you type in Percy Beth Lemon, Percy Beth one shots, Percy Beth smut.
Oh no.
Yep. Lemon, Percy Beth. Kitchen smut.
18 please and thanks.
Annabeth Chase / Percy Jackson smut.
That's so...
Percy Jackson Lemon.
Did they do it? Why are you asking Google that, man?
Bruh, I love people who read Mark of Athena and then they Googled, did Percy and Annabeth do it? No, they fell asleep next to each other. Wink. Okay, one thing that I never understood was whenever I was reading The Hunger Games, it did not occur to me that in Catching Fire that Katniss and Peeta were boning.
What? That can't be right.
That's what I said.
That can't be right.
But they apparently, whenever they would like, you're giving me the craziest face right now. Whenever they would like, she would have nightmares and go sleep with him.
Yeah, he will cuddle her.
Apparently, it was implied that they were boning.
What?
And I was like, what? I took it as face
when was it implied?
value.
How was it implied?
They just literally, like, they always woke up next to each other.
Okay, you can go to sleep next to someone and wake up next to someone.
That's what I said!
Who said this?
I don't know.
Because if it's not Suzanne Collins, I don't care.
I don't know. I'm gonna look up, did Peeta and Katniss bone?
In Catching Fire?
Did Peeta and Katniss have sex?
Hey, excuse me, make love.
Bone.
Ah.
Bone?
Bone!
Peeta and Katniss have sex in Catching Fire. Okay. It's only implied that they get it on via snuggling and other affectionate acts in close quarters. But if you have read the book, they really imply that they took their relationship to the next level. Even though the third part of Susan Collins' Hunger Games trilogy, Mockingjay, was split in two, one scene was omitted from the films, the infamous sex scene between Peeta and Katniss at the end of the novel. There's no infamous sex scene.
No.
Is there? Okay, I read these books over and over again as a 5th grader. I was not picking up anything if they were having sex.
No.
They didn't have sex.
No.
There's
no way.
They moved in. They were having sex, but like it's not in the
it's
book.
It's not like it was like
infamous sex scene.
What are you talking about? You're crazy.
I feel like I'm gonna gaslit right now.
No, because literally, like,
once again, I was 11 when I read these books.
Do I need to reread all the books now?
Not Hunger Games. They don't bone in that one. Reread Catching Fire, Mockingjay, and come back to me.
In a few days, I'll, like, come back with my result.
Okay.
No, there's literally not, though.
Now, I did read an excellent...
Do
you know which fanfiction I'm talking about?
Because I remember I was like, can you send that to me?
Did you read it? Did I send it to you?
Yes.
Did you get read it? I read it? Listen.
It was whenever they were in Tigress's shop, right?
Yes! That is one of the best fanfictions I've ever read.
Was it on AO3?
It was immaculate.
Was it on AO3?
Yes.
AO3 is a real one.
Shout out AO3. I've read so much bad fanfiction. And
yeah.
I hate reading bad fanfiction. Which is crazy.
Sometimes I'm just like, I just want something that's not even like good, but if it's just like fine, I just need something. But if it's a very specific scenario and like no one else has written about it, it's like fine, I'll put up with this and I'll read that.
Oh, and here's the thing. I love fanfiction that is so good that I can't remember if it's canon or not. Because for a long time I was like, wait, did Katniss have sex in Mockingjay? No, she did not. Or at least not the one I'm thinking of, because that one was definitely a fanfiction. But it was written so much like in the language of Mockingjay, I was like, holy shit. It's real. It was real to me.
It was real to me. Can you give me my coffee?
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, but that was like one of my other childhood special interests. I was not a Harry Potter kid. I absolutely adored the movies. I did not read any of the books. I was so hardcore, diehard fan of Percy Jackson. I didn't have time. It's not that I didn't like Harry Potter. I loved the movies. I watched them with my mama every year. They were so much fun. But I was so busy reading Percy Jackson, and
you had things were on your plate.
Things were on my plate, and Hunger Games. Literally, I picked up Hunger Games in 4th or 5th grade, and the copy I picked up, I don't know how my English teacher had this book, but the cover of it literally just said Hunger Games, not official cover.
Ooh.
It was like some random released book.
Yeah.
And it was like, it had the black glossy. It didn't have the Mockingjay pin on it. It just said not official cover. That was my introduction to the Hunger Games. It was just a book in my English teacher's library. I didn't know it was a big deal.
I read it in 5th grade too. Because my 5th grade English teacher had it too. And I was like, ooh. And then I read it and I was like, my life has changed. My life course, wherever it was going, it changed completely.
Completely.
Like the trajectory, different.
My hair was braided.
My hands
were on a bow.
I was on a bow. And if I could not have a bow, I was making a bow out of hangers and rubber bands.
Here's the thing.
Hashtag ingenuity.
The power of our 5th grade English teacher's library. You gotta have an in-house library in that room. Whenever they have free reading time, my mind was somewhere else. It was on an adventure.
I was reading.
I missed the whimsy.
I loved Hunger Games was so good.
Dude.
I remember whenever like the trailer first came out, and I literally I couldn't breathe. I'll be completely honest, I couldn't breathe right. I felt like I needed to go on a very long sprint because I felt like I was so much bigger than my body because I was like, it's coming to life. It's real now. Like, this thing that was so real to me is now being like seen on an actual big screen. Like, the characters looked right. Like, it was so... And, like, the countdown of the trailer, you know, whenever they're, like, 10. Yeah.
Oh.
Chills. Literally, like, my heart right now, I feel the exact same.
Like, you're back in your 6th grade body.
12-year-old, like, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
It's coming to life.
Yeah, you're holding, like, your iPod Touch or something, watching that trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. No, but reading the books, also, I did not get a clear answer on if they boned in Catching Fire. Some people are saying it was implied that they would have sex on the train during the tour. I don't know.
No, I think people...
You know what? As a 12-year-old who reread that entire series back to back over, I just wouldn't stop. I would finish it and I'd start again.
I think I'm going to be completely honest. I think I read Hunger Games 13 times.
Yeah.
And
one for each district.
And then I read Catching Fire, I think, 11 times. Or no, it was 11 or 7, and then I think I read Mockingjay like 5 times.
Dude, whenever I read Mockingjay...
I'm being completely, like, these, I'm not, like, making this up. I want you to know, like, this is not like, oh, haha, funny numbers. No.
Like, these are the numbers.
These are the numbers.
Stats.
These are the stats.
Yeah. No, and here's the thing. Whenever I read Mockingjay for the first time, I read it all in one go. And I didn't move.
You sat in your bed, and then you were like, 4 hours later, you were changed.
I remember I came home. Mm-hmm. I came home from school. I had the book. And I laid on I turned my lamp on, because I knew that the sun was going to go down. Yeah. I knew I was in for a night.
You were settling in.
I don't think I ate dinner. I laid on my side.
Yeah.
I read the entire book, and I didn't move. And I remember whenever, spoiler alert,
y'all should know this by now.
Y'all should know this by now. Whenever Finnick died, I just remember a single tear falling out of my eye and rolling onto my pillow. And then I kept going. And then when Prim died, another tear rolled out of my still face and hit the pillow. And then I, like, closed the book, and I rolled over to the other side and went to sleep. I think I, like, cried myself to sleep.
That's so funny. I cried a lot. I cry a lot during books.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I will cry at a book. I will cry at a movie.
Yeah.
There have been multiple times where I'm reading a book. Like, whenever I read, like, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, like, recently, or, like, a few years ago, one of my roommates came downstairs, and I was sobbing, and my shoulders were, like, dancing up and down, like, I cry so much at books.
Laura, whenever she sobs, but she's trying to hold it together, for some reason it makes her shoulders, like, bounce up and down really rapidly. It's very funny. Also, what was that other one that you were absolutely devastated by? Was it They Both Die in the End?
Yeah, that one made me really sad.
You, like, took, like, a full day to recover.
That one was really sad.
Like, I walked past you and there's, like, a blue cloud above your head. I was like, what's wrong with her? And then Minsa was like, oh, she, like, just finished a book. She's been crying all morning.
The thing is, in it says it in the title. They both die at the end.
Okay, so spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
They die.
They die. Thinking about it, though, I'm like, oh my God.
Please don't cry on the podcast.
It was a really good book, but it was just really sad.
I wonder why. Okay, childhood interests, though.
Childhood interests. I was very much into sharks in outer space.
I feel like I was fronting. I would pretend this.
Oh, and pigs.
We're into pigs?
I collected miniature pig statues. Oh. I had, like, a lot of pigs. Like, little glass, like, little figurines of, like, pigs.
Where are they?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I had a lot of pigs. Like, I had a lot of pigs. And then, you want to hear a story? So, one time, in my first grade class, whenever I still lived in Houston, before I moved to Austin, we were, like, doing, like, a fair kind of thing at, like, the elementary school. And there were, like, different, like, games and activities. And one of the games that was being put on was, like, a pig race, but the thing is, it wasn't like an actual pig race. Mm-hmm. It was like mechanical pigs that like were like covered in like like a fuzzy fabric, and they were cute.
Yeah.
And they were like in these like kind of like, you know, like a turtle race has like the chutes.
Yeah.
So like the pig race, it'd be like however fast those mechanical pigs, and they were small.
Yeah.
They were small. Like the size of a small pumpkin. And however fast, like...
the size of a small pumpkin. That doesn't help anyone. Pumpkins come in all sizes. You mean like a football?
Yeah.
Okay. A small pumpkin's not... Americans will use anything but the metric system.
Maybe like a small watermelon. You know what
I mean? Stop saying a small version of something that comes in multiple sizes. That doesn't help.
Or a cantaloupe.
Okay, cantaloupe is a regular size.
That's a little bigger than a cantaloupe.
Come on, man.
And just take the averages of those, and that's the size of the...
You're asking too much of the listener.
And, anyway, it was like a mechanical pig, and it was like walking across, and you like bet on like your tickets on it.
Yeah.
But the few days before this like event, I don't know why, but I guess like my class was putting it on. I don't really remember. I was like 6. We were all sat in a circle, and we were all playing with one of the mechanical pigs, and the teacher was like, whoever this pig goes to gets it. And we're all sitting in a circle.
Whoever this pig goes to?
Yeah, she like set the pig in the circle.
Yeah.
And then like it was just gonna walk because it would move, and it would change and walk around.
Okay.
And it was going, and guess who got it?
It got to you?
I got it.
Aww.
So I had this mechanical pig that would oink and it would like walk around.
Yeah.
And then I just started getting really obsessed with like figurines of pigs.
Okay.
I don't tell many people that. No, I don't think I've ever told you that.
What's crazy is that my childhood animal fixation was also started by a cantaloupe-sized mechanical version of
Would you
the
say
animal.
it's a small or a large watermelon?
I'm not gonna tell you. But what happened was I think I was 3.
Okay.
So able to talk, but like not much else. Like I'm like there.
Question.
Yeah.
Did you walk first or did you talk first?
I talked first.
Yeah, I talked first, and then I would have people carry me where I wanted to go.
Yeah, I think I started singing before I talked.
Okay,
which
she's
is
a
so
singer.
silly. But if
He said,
if I ended up being a singer, that would be like my story.
Yeah.
But like what happened was, I think I said like a word like mama or something like that.
He said, Mama! Ooh!
No, but I said like the usual like mama, dada, and then the like first sentence I did was the song for Winnie the Pooh. I was like, Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh.
That's really
stuff
cute.
with fluff. And I'd just sing it in the grocery cart. It'd be toddled around. Anyways, but yeah, I spoke way before, or not way before, but anyways.
No, yeah, I talked.
Anyways,
You know.
I was like 3 years
Yeah.
old, and I was walking around, and I was in that phase where I'm like Miss Independent or whatever. So my mom, instead of like, wasting money on like a big birthday, whatever, because it doesn't really matter. The kid doesn't understand the concept of a party. They don't have any expectations on lots of gifts or anything. So you can get away with like kind of cheaping them out.
Yeah.
But what she did for my birthday was we walked around the mall, and she's like, okay, you get to pick your birthday present. And we went to the toy store, we went to, whatever, we went to all these different places, and then there was a National Geographic store that had this big water tank in their window, and they had this realistic robotic frog that was swimming laps. Spit everywhere. But it was swimming back and forth. And I, put my hands on the glass and my face pressed up to it.
Your eyes, started, going separate directions. You started, melting.
My pupils were, the size of dinner plates.
And you're like, oh.
And I was, smacking the glass, and I was like, Mother,
this,
I want him. And so my mom was like, you don't want, a baby doll or, a Barbie or...
Barbie!
I want him!
Swimming laps.
He was a very impressive little mechanical frog. Not little, about the size of a small watermelon.
Oh, okay.
But,
okay.
So, the guy at the store, doesn't fish that one out. He was a display. He gets me the frog, and whenever we get home, we take it out of the package, and the first thing I do is kiss it on the lips.
Aww. No warts?
No, you turn into a prince. But it's super cute. There's this picture of me with a big ass bow in my hair, little curly hair, and I'm holding a frog, and I very clearly just kissed it.
That's so cute.
It's very cute. And then I remember having so much fun. I was like, Mom, let's get the tub full. I'm throwing him in. And then I would just lean on the tub and watch him swim back and forth.
We really were just doing whatever.
We were just doing whatever back then. But
just watching him back and forth
but
yes.
I don't think I don't like frogs in the wild that much. I'm not gonna pick up a frog.
No, but you're
that would scare
you
me.
just like the way that
seem
they
so
look.
Delicate. But I liked that frog back when I was 3. But from then on out,
that was the thing.
And my mom, my entire bathroom, the soap dispenser, the rug, everything, my shower curtain, it was all frogs.
Yeah.
And then my stuffed animals, frogs, little frog figurines, everyone would just bring me frogs. I don't even know if I liked them, but everyone would just
bring me the frogs.
There's this girl in elementary school, 3rd grade. I'll bleep her name, but there's this girl in 3rd grade. She wrote this super nasty letter. Back in the day, sometimes mean girl shit would just happen through letters, which I honestly think is so fun.
That's hard.
That's so cool. Way better than cyberbullying.
Yeah, like texting it, boo. That's lame. Anyone can do that.
Leaving a mean comment, boo.
Okay.
Writing a letter?
That takes so much effort. You don't write letters. You people don't write letters to ones who they love.
Yeah.
But to write letters to ones who they hate?
Letter?
That's awesome.
Print media is not dead. Little girls in elementary school would be writing letters.
They'd be writing letters.
And there would also be, like, lists. Like, there was this...
Lists.
Lists were huge. Lists were big for us back then.
Yeah, people love it. You know what? I love a list now, and people loved lists back then. Dude, okay?
Elementary school, people would, like, make, like, a list of, like... Sometimes it'd be horrible and be like cutest girls or whatever.
Yeah.
That's not fun. What was fun was whenever they'd write like a list of like or like someone was like there was like an accountant for crushes back in like 3rd grade.
Of
and
course.
they had like a script. Like they had like the paperwork showing who liked who. And it got to the principal, and the whole thing came crumbling down. Everyone who knew about the list got talked to. It was crazy.
Did you have any crushes, and were they on the list?
Yes! They were in there. I was on the list.
No! Wait.
I didn't consent to being on the list, so that means someone ratted me out. Someone said that I like Jordan. Fuck them. That was supposed to be a secret.
It was true, though?
It was true. Oh, what's crazy, though? I was
Guilty as charged.
It was crazy. I was in there twice. Because I like 2 guys.
Question.
I like Jordan and I like Jeremy.
Did anyone... I remember Jeremy.
You remember Jeremy?
I just remember hearing about Jeremy.
I was flirting with him one day by kicking him in the shins. He did not like it.
Did anyone have a crush on you?
I don't remember. I literally don't remember. I think... Maybe... No, that was 4th grade. 3rd grade, I think I was pretty riskless. Like I said, my strategy was shin kicking. It's just not great.
That really hurts.
That really hurts.
And you're like, I know how I'll get him to fall in love with me.
Kick him in the shins repeatedly. And I was so offended because he started kicking me back. And I was like, what the heck, dude? Dude, that hurts.
I want to play.
I was like, I just need your attention.
Wait, okay.
Also, what was crazy?
Wait, where were you kicking him? Like, was it like at the desk?
We were desks. Yeah.
Okay, so we're in front of each other.
He was across from me.
You were playing footsie?
Aggressively. I was not like trailing my foot up his leg. I was in 3rd grade. And it was a full soccer kick to the shins repeatedly. And would you believe he did not fall in love?
Oh. No!
I know! Kicked the shit out of his shins.
It's so funny.
Yeah, he had like huge eyes. Like
he's just looking at everything like.
He was really funny though.
Aw, that's funny. That's good.
Yeah, and then Jordan, the other crush, he was on the list like 20 times. Yeah, that whole system came crumbling down. All the crush accountant girls who were keeping track of shit, they got in trouble.
That's so lame.
Yeah, like the list was lost. Basically,
That's basically Alexandria burning, bro.
It's literally the Library of Alexandria being burned down when the principal took up the list.
Wait,
Oh yes. So no, this girl, she wrote this super mean hate letter.
Did she type it or write it?
It was written.
Okay.
And signed.
With her address and everything, she's like, pull up.
Well, what happened was, in 3rd grade, we had 2 classes, and we'd switch classes. So she was in the other class that we would switch with, and we shared a desk. And she left it in the desk for me to find.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's pretty cunty. I think it's honestly so slay. But she left this letter, and she literally was like, you think you're cool, but you're not. You will never be cool. You're a loser, like, just, like, going in, and I was, like, to be completely honest, I don't know where this is coming from, and she's like, you'll never be cool like me, like, just going off, and I, like, came home, and I was, like, I wasn't, like, sad, I was more, like,
confused,
I was, like, damn, what did I do? And so, all right. I showed it to my mom, and I was like, what do I do about this? Like, we share a desk. And my mom, obviously doing the mom slay thing, she was like, I'm telling the teacher.
Oh, I was gonna say, she said she was jealous of you?
Well, she did say that initially because that is such a mom thing. She's like, "Oh, you have haters? They're because they are jealous of you."
And that's the thing. Like, it's so true though. Like, I get it.
It must be.
If I were you, and if I wasn't me, but I saw me,
I'd be mad. I'd be mad.
Like, I get it. I get it.
But she called the teacher. She's like, "Hey, you know, Ashley's left. We're cool now. Like, it is, like,
she's cool.
It is just third grade antics.
Oh no, yeah, this is little girl stuff.
This is little girl stuff, and it is okay.
It's fine.
Every little girl has their mean girl moment, and they're like, "Oh shit, I should not be a little piece of shit.
Why did I do that?
Why did I do that? Why did I talk bad about blank blank?"
And then you're like, yeah. In the moment, it's like, it's so important, and literally like a few weeks later, you're like,
Man, why did I do that? That was horrible.
No, she's cool now.
Yeah. No, but so my mom's like,
you will
hey,
never be cool.
Yeah.
You will never be popular.
You're like a loser. And she like signed it. I was like, what the hell?
Did she do like with like a glitter pen?
It wasn't a glitter pen, but it was a very extravagant signage.
That's
like,
awesome.
It was beautiful cursive. Because we were learning cursive that year.
I would have wanted to keep it.
I think I do. I think it's probably have it somewhere. But anyways, so teachers like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, just want to let you know, like, I think she has like some stuff going on at home. And my mom explained that to me. She's like, sometimes whenever people have stuff going on at home, they get weird and they take it out on other people that they feel like they can just boss around to try and have some control if they feel like they have a lack of control in some area of their life. I was like, okay, that's fine.
Why me though?
Why me though? but then she came up to me. We literally didn't really ever talk, but she found me, and she's like, "Do you remember those socks from Limited 2 / Justice that had the little pom pom animals on the back of the ankle?" She ripped off. She had a pair of frog ones. She ripped the stuffed frog head off of the back of her socks, and also a Rainforest Cafe frog plastic toy, and she like presented them to me with an apology note, and I was like, that is how prolific my frog fascination it had been. It was this person I didn't really talk to that much. They knew I liked frogs.
That's really sweet.
And they presented me a frog offering and be like, hey, sorry I like called you like a loser in print media. like
it's not dead.
Print media is not dead for little girls. They will write a note and they will make a list and they will keep records. And I think that is so funny. Being a child is awesome.
That's so... I was wondering, I was like, how is this going to get back to the
frog thing? Yeah, it ended with a frog peace offering.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So, I guess that includes my childhood niche of frogs.
I gotta say, like as a child...
I also had a tiger phase.
Yes, you did have a tiger phase.
Yeah, which I think is so valid. They're beautiful creatures.
They're beautiful. But I have to say, like, even though, like, I had a lot of pigs, that was not my animal. Mm-hmm. My animal is sharks. That's my animal. That is, I was going through my, like, because I moved out, like, my family's, like, house, my childhood house in Houston. We're, like, going through the books and getting rid of stuff and whatever. And literally, like, there was such an ungodly amount of shark books from the Scholastic Book Fair.
Yeah.
Like, there were, I think, 20. No, that's too many. There were so many. Some of them had, like, 3D glasses that came with it, so that way, like, it looked like the shark was jumping out of the water at you.
Yes. The Scholastic Book Fair was that serious. Mm-hmm.
It was very intense. And I collected these books from, like, all of, like, elementary school into, like, I think they stopped in elementary school. But I had so many shark books. When I was younger, in my first house in Houston, my room was painted a teal, and it was an under the water theme.
Nice.
And so we had like wall stickers of like sharks, stingrays, little fishies all over the room. It was awesome. Uh-huh. And my goal at that moment, I was like, I'm gonna be a marine biologist. I'm gonna be a marine biologist. Uh-huh. We're working on that. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to be on Shark Week. I'm trying to direct a Shark Week show because I think that'd literally be perfect for me. It just makes so much sense.
You'd be a great Shark Week host.
Thank you.
And it would be like fun and happy and not like terrifying.
Yeah, because sharks get too much hate.
Yeah, you'd be a great PR person
for my
sharks.
Boys.
Yeah.
So that was something I was so interested in. Every single time I went to the library, that's what I was going. It was that or the solar system. Now, here's the tea. Here's the tea. I was so interested with, obviously space, planets. It's crazy. It's cool. I just remember one time in 4th grade, my friends and I, we know whenever you have, like, free time and you can, like, be on the computers in, like, the room.
Yeah.
So, in, like, the classroom, like, my friends and I, we made, like a newspaper.
Right.
And
oh my god, I also made a newspaper in elementary school.
Yeah. Print media is not dead. You can put that on you can put that right here.
You put that on my low back.
My low back.
That's
print media is not dead.
My first tattoo is gonna be print media is not dead, and it's gonna be right above my crack.
You can take that to the bank.
Take that to the bank.
Cash it in.
Cash it in. It
Check
will not.
is good.
It's
it won't
good.
Bounce.
No bounce.
No bounce.
No bounce.
Period. So, print media is not dead.
Print media is not dead.
My friends and I started. You know what? We also had, like, crushes in the newspaper as well.
Yo, not the crush section of the newspaper. Oh my god.
But I remember, so we were doing that, and so, like, I had my own little section. I don't remember what I did, but I remember one time I was like, I'm gonna write a paper about Jupiter and just talk about Jupiter.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it wasn't like
for a grade.
It wasn't even part of, like, the paper at that point. For like 2-3 weeks, every free time I got, I'd be at the computer typing away like a research paper about Jupiter as a 4th grader.
Uh-huh.
It ended up being like 5 pages long.
Jesus.
Front and back. And
you cannot afford to print that.
I did. You best believe my teacher was so proud of me for taking, like, the initiative to just research something and write something about it.
Oh my god.
And so I gave it out. Excuse me. I passed it out in the class. I did a presentation about it, not for a grade, just because I was... Excuse me. Not for a grade, just because I was so interested and amazed by the science and, like, wonder of Jupiter. And then I printed it out and I put it on a chair outside, and then people could take them and read my research paper.
That is absolutely the nerdiest shit. That's actually, like, so real. Like, that is so, to be a little girl in elementary school and with your friends be like, we should start a newspaper.
Yes.
And then to get off on a tangent and write about your hyperfixation.
That's so slay.
That's incredible.
You can't do that nowadays.
You can't do that nowadays. You can't. They give the kids little laptops.
Yeah.
You can't. They're killing print media, but it's not dead.
It's not dead. I'm holding it up. My back hurts so much.
Our backs hurt. Little girls intrinsically want print media to stay alive. The romanticization of little notes, it's huge. Making a newspaper with your girlfriends in elementary school, I did the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Me and my girls in 3rd grade, we made a newspaper, and we hustled. We hustled. We wasted a lot of paper because it was very hard to figure out the layout. But
we were pulling a Newsies. We were selling our papes.
We were selling papes. But here's the thing. I was in charge of the comic section. And my comic section, all the characters were frogs. It followed these twin frogs, Zach and Susie. And they were frogs. And, like, all the characters were, like, animals. And
that's so cute.
I had, like, multiple comics. I had, like, a whole bunch. They were not bangers. Some of them were good. Some of them were like, what? This is pretty funny. But some of them, I was like...
You gotta learn.
Man, there is no punchline here.
That's okay. You made it.
Sometimes the punchline would just be someone made a funny face. And I'd be like, okay, this could have been better. But you know what? I was hustling. The layout was very hard.
Layout's hard.
No, they never tell you this. But literally in the Travesty, which is UT's humor publication, even then I was like, I'm not touching layout. Layout's hard. I'm going to leave that to the Photoshop freaks.
Y'all figure it out.
Y'all figure it out. I will write content and you figure it out.
I remember one time I was working on, like, a student film and I needed to make, like,
yes,
I had to make a newspaper, like a fake newspaper.
Yeah.
And I used the same printers as the Texas Travesty because he was a real one. He gave it to me for free. But anyway, he sent me like the Adobe Illustrator like layout, and I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck do I do with this? This is so hard.
Layout's way too difficult. I did nothing. I literally just copy and pasted everything because it was so difficult and I kept messing up and I was really, really scared.
It turned out great.
Oh, thank you. I am very proud of that.
That was a great...
Because that was a really hard prop to find.
Yes.
And
a fake newspaper is not easy to find.
No.
And this one was on camera.
This was on camera, so it had to look good.
In focus.
And it was an intense, like, it was like a shot. Like, it was a plot point.
Yeah. Load-bearing prop.
Load-bearing prop. And I got it for free.
You did a great job.
You know what? Shout out to those guys. The Herald...
The Texas Travesty printers?
Yeah, it's like the Harold Zeitinger or something like that.
I never mess with layout. I do not know their names, but shout out to them.
Shout out to them because
I adore them.
They are in Seguin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Great guys.
Gave me my newspapers for free.
That's so sweet.
Anyways.
No, but yeah, so we tried starting a newspaper. I drew the comics. The main characters were frogs. Most of the people were frogs. And
the main characters were frogs, and also most people were frogs.
I believe the other main character was a pig, so that's very fifting. I do not remember her name. But anyway,
that'd be crazy if it was Laura before we met.
I think we met around this time.
No, because I met you
fifth grade because you moved. Anyways, no, and another thing in elementary school was, speaking of like the Jupiter, like going above and beyond.
Yeah.
4th grade, we had there was a test that we had to do, like a state mandated test where we had to write a fictional story as part of. It was like the STAR or the tax test.
It was the tax test.
It
was creative writing.
It was 4th grade was creative writing tax test.
I remember I did, in the practice tax test, I did really, really good.
Nice.
And I just remember my teacher was like, can you help these other students with their creative writing?
Man, she put you to work.
I know. She was like, you're good at writing and you're creative.
You gotta help these other chumps. They don't know how to use imagery.
They were not being imaginary.
Yeah.
Okay?
Dude, not being imaginary, not imaginative.
Purr.
No, but basically we would spend a lot, every single day we had a journal, and we would write a short story every single day, which honestly, slay.
I'm thinking, literally you saying that now, I was like, I should do that now. That'd be a really good writing exercise.
Great. My brain would be so much bigger if I did that.
Yeah, if I could actually like practice like being creative every single day, that'd be awesome for me.
Wow, that'd be so good for us. We should do that.
We should do that.
Anyways, so we would write a short story with like a prompt every single day. What was not required of us was to act it out. But me and my friend, it was actually more like there was 4 of us, but primarily me and one other person. We got permission to. We had to actually. I think we both had to write our own stories. We couldn't write them together, but we would be sent out in the hallway to write together. And then we would come back in, because everyone else would just be at their desk silently writing, because it was, like, silent, but we needed to talk to each other, so she'd send us out in the hallway.
Go in the hallway.
And so we would write skits for that answered the prompt, but, like, it would be, like, funny workarounds, so it'd be, like, tell us about, something, it'd be, like, Thanksgiving time, and she'd, like, include the words, like, turkey, and, like, stuff like that. And we would, like, write a really long, like, rap about, like, turkey.
Yeah.
And then we'd go back in, and, like, we would practice out in the hallway, and then we'd go in, and we'd perform, like, it was, like, SNL every goddamn day. It was, honestly, the most fun I'd ever had.
That's awesome. Literally, you go up there, you do your thing, you sit back down, you're like, anyway, let's learn math.
Like, every single day, I was doing an SNL sketch.
That's so good.
And I'm so grateful for that teacher for being like, instead of just being like, no, just literally everyone else in this class is just silently writing for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm playing on my computer.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm answering emails. She was chilling. She was big chilling. No, but that was really nice of her to realize that, like, we would not shut up during that 30-minute times because we were giggling and talking to each other.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, you know what? Take this energy, go out in the hallway, go do something, come back, I'll give you time to perform it. And so we'd come back, and we did so many, and it got to the point where we would, like cast other students in it. Like, we needed Michael Jackson in one of our sketches. And so...
Wait, I know who played him.
Yeah. There's this kid who ended up, like, playing, like, college football, but back in the day, he was, just a Joe Schmo.
Just a Joe Schmo.
Who loved Michael Jackson. He had a Michael Jackson costume, and he played Michael Jackson in our sketch. Even though he did not like us, he did not fuck with us at all. We were total dorks. But he was like, yeah, okay, I'll play Michael Jackson in this, like...
I'll be Michael Jackson.
In this sketch for 30 children. But yeah, it was really...
It's about just being like, I'm gonna do it.
It was literally...
I'm gonna do it.
The hustle, like, the print media, we're making a newspaper, I'm gonna draw the comics for it. Boom. Like, okay, we have creative writing time. No, psych. It's actually, we're gonna make a sketch, and then we're gonna perform it. Boom. Like,
I'm gonna write an intense research paper about Jupiter.
I'm gonna write a 5-pager front and back. And I'm just gonna hand it out.
It's gonna be an impact font.
And it's gonna include all the details of this gorgeous, beautiful, powerful planet.
It's gonna be awesome. It's about like just seeing like I have so much energy and I have so much passion for this, so I have to do something with it, and I'm gonna make it everyone's problem.
And like there was no one to be like, hey, this is incredibly impractical, and hey, please stop wasting so much ink.
Yeah, it's like
let me do my thing.
I want to do my thing.
Yeah, and we did our thing. And then I'm trying to think, what are some other funny elementary school stuff that we did?
I just remember for me a lot. I was like outside. I was outside a lot because
outside the classroom in the hallway?
No, in third grade.
Oh.
Well, in like second through fourth grade, I lived in Austin, right?
Yeah.
I lived in the hill country. I lived on like a few acres of land, right, on top of a hill. Mm-hmm. And it was a lot of like rocks and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And so I was super into rocks at this point.
Yeah.
And I would just go around. I would scrounge around my land, and I would just like scrounge for rocks, and I would just pick up rocks, and then I would try to ID them. I would look online. I would like type in what the rock looked like, and then I would ID them, and then I would keep like my specimens in little bags, and I would like write on them. I'd be like, this is granite. This is blah 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 blah, and I would like go into like intense detail of like, okay, it was like igneous rock or whatever, and like how it was. And so I just recently found this again in my Houston house. Aww. I had like 30 different like specimens of rocks that I had like found,
ID'd,
labeled. I was keeping records of the rocks, bro. I was like a geologist.
That is so cool.
And they're on like their own like little bag with their notes and stuff.
To be a little girl.
And I was building stuff because I remember I wanted like a tree house so bad.
Yeah.
But we didn't have like the trees, like the cedar trees weren't like super tall.
No,
and stuff.
They're not tall and they're not really built for that.
So instead I was like, I'm gonna make myself a swing. So I found this, like, I was in third grade. I found this random branch that was, like, big enough for me. I was like, Dad, where's the saw? He gave me a saw.
Right.
I sawed it off. Uh-huh. I, like, put rope on it. I put it in the tree. I made my own swing in third grade, sawed it and everything. And then because it was, like, a circular branch, it was not comfortable to sit on, so I put a towel on it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Man.
Like, just to be a little, and be like, I'm gonna do this right now. I need a saw.
To be a little girl.
And here's the thing. This is something that every girl did, okay? Every girl had random little, like soaps underneath their sink.
Yes!
And you plugged your sink, and you poured them all in the sink.
Yeah, you plug the sink, and then you fill the sink with water.
You put the water in there, and then you mix the shampoo, the conditioner, the bubble bath, the bubble salts.
Yeah.
You put in, like, some lotion.
And it smells so good.
You would mix it all up together, and you rub it all over your body.
It was
and then
potion.
You would run around the house. It was potion time.
Yeah. It's really weird that every girl instinctively does that.
It is weird, because I don't think there's, like, one person or, like, one girl.
Boys don't do it. Listen, I'm not about the gender binary, but also let me just say that
boys don't make
little girls make potions, and no one knows why.
It's also, just something about mixing stuff together,
and it's like all those different soaps are like. I mean, it's sensory, like, bliss, because they all smell good, and they all feel good,
so they're soft,
but they're also,
smooth.
They would sometimes be different colors, so, like, sometimes the bubble bath would have glitter in
glittery.
It. Oh, yes! Yes!
And then you're like, I would rub it on the mirror.
Okay, I wouldn't do that. I'm not that fucked up.
My mom was mad. But I put it on the mirror
mad.
because I would try to, like, I'd be like, oh, it's gonna clean the mirror because it cleans me.
Excellent logic.
Didn't work, but that's okay.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty nasty thing to clean.
It's about pouring everything in the sink and mixing stuff.
The other thing, on the playground,
yeah,
there would be a hole that was dug, and then someone, like, the next day, we work really hard on digging a hole at the playground.
And you put stuff in it.
Well, we would, like, all convene, and we'd plan, and be like, okay, you bring your water bottle to recess tomorrow, you do this, and so that, if there was no water. So then the next day, we'd bring water, we'd fill it, and then we get, like, twigs and, like, leaves and stuff, and, like, a stick, and we just start, like, making potion.
Potion part 2.
Potion part 2.
Recess edition. And you put in, like, really big leaves.
Yeah. And we were really big on, there's this type of grass that is, like, it's not very comfortable, like, but it's called ragweed.
Yeah.
And whenever you pull it up, it would kind of come out. It's like a big, long, like, strand.
Yeah.
And we would just weave crowns at recess.
With ragweed?
With ragweed. And we'd make bracelets, and we'd make, like, crowns.
Dude, I
and
completely forgot. Yes,
we'd be working on the potion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Girls be doing that.
Yeah.
Girls be doing that instinctively.
We're like, we gotta make something with this.
Because the rituals were intricate.
It's like, it's rope, basically.
Basically, yeah.
So then you can make whatever you want with it.
I don't like Texas grass. Or, like, I don't even know if ragweed's native, but it's, like, what we have.
It's in Texas everywhere.
It's scratchy, and it's not comfortable.
But you can make stuff with it.
I was in the Northeast, and I walked on some Boston grass, and I was like, this is so soft. I now understand why people lay down outside. I didn't get it.
It's itchy here.
Dude, I don't like Texas lawns. But, yeah, no, ragweed... We were making baskets. We were making crowns, bracelets, and we were working on the potion. I don't know what it is.
I would play...
The rituals were intricate.
They were very intricate.
Being a little girl was incredible. Oh, and then also we would all pretend that we were either the Tinkerbell fairies, and, like, there'd be, like, Tinkerbell, Silver Mist. I forgot the rest of them.
Yeah.
We'd be like, I'm blank, and then everyone call someone, or we do Winx Club, and we all be like, I'm Bloom, and then everyone be like, no, I'm Bloom, and then some blonde bitch would be like, I'm Stella, and we're like, we don't care, you can be Stella. Anyways, boys would do that too, but with Power Rangers.
See, my friends and I, we would do the Twitches.
Okay.
Because another thing that I was really, really into.
Wait, the Twitches? Aren't there only 2 of them?
Yeah.
Aren't they basically the same? They're twins. Are you thinking of the witch?
No, the Twitches. we was like my best friend and I. We'd be like, we're the Twitches, and like the other friends would be like, we're just kind of here.
Damn, bitch.
But I could never be.
We would pick girl groups to pick from.
If we were like the Twitches.
There was this.
No, I remember I always wanted to be the Sun character, but I could never be her
because she was always blonde.
No.
What?
Have you ever seen Twitches?
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like, in general.
No.
Because, like, I'm like, you're a total Stella, but she's blonde. I'm sorry, you can't be her. Someone told me I couldn't be Bloom because I didn't have red hair, and I was like, I'm gonna kill you, dog.
It's literally nothing personal. I'm gonna kill you.
They're like, you have to be Flora. And I'm like, why? Because I'm POC? Fuck you, bitch.
No, I always wanted to be the Sun. I don't remember the names, but I always wanted to be the Sun, but I was always the Moon character in Twitches. But here's the thing. Another thing that I was, like, really, really into, that was, like, this is gonna get intense. I was really, really into ghosts. I'm so into ghosts. I love hearing ghost stories, right? And so the thing is, I read a lot of ghost books. Mm-hmm. I feel like you're not paying attention.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find
I can't talk like this.
Hold on. I'm trying to find this show that I was thinking that you were talking about. Oh, okay. Okay, whenever you said Twitches, I thought you were talking about this. And I was like, oh, that's a big girl group you can pick from. WITCH, Witch, the series. They were slay. They were basically like American Winx. Winx Club was way better, though. I watched the 4Kids version. Anyways.
Nice.
I still watch it on YouTube sometimes. Don't worry about it.
No, okay, so ghost stories.
Yes.
It was me and my friend, I want to say her name, but I don't want to say her name. I'll call her Catherine.
Okay.
It was me and Catherine. We were best friends.
Mm-hmm.
We were best friends. And we would create intricate stories of how ghosts haunted the playground. And there was this one tree that was, like, super gnarled. It was a really, really old, tall tree. And it was gnarled. And it was, like, there were, like, a gash. And it looked like it had been struck by lightning.
Right.
And we talked, and we made it very intricate stories of how this, like, that tree was, like, where witches would convene.
Yeah.
And how they haunted the entire playground.
Uh-huh.
And then she would pretend that she saw ghosts, then we have to, like, run from the ghosts.
Right.
And I would be like, I see ghosts over there. So then we'd have to, like, we'd create, like, intricate ghost stories of, like, the school, the playground.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I was, like, kind of scared to go to the bathroom because I thought Bloody Mary was going to be in there.
Dude, Bloody Mary was huge at my school. I didn't know she also went to your school.
No, she goes to a different school.
Yeah, Bloody Mary? Oh, you want to know her. She goes to a different school.
She goes to a different school.
Yeah.
Literally.
No, Bloody Mary was a huge problem. Like, the teachers had to talk to us.
But the thing is, like, we would, like, it was very much like a if you watch a movie and it's like a scary movie with, like, little kids making
stuff up and it's happening,
but it's, like, actually happening. It was like that because it wasn't, like, fun ghost stuff. It was like, no, these are, like, really
really dark
things.
Yeah.
Why are we pretending this?
Bloody Mary was also a huge problem at our school, and they had a problem with, like, kids going in and, like, turning off the lights.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That happened at my school, too.
And doing the Bloody Mary thing, and then people would get, like, a girl would start crying. There's always that one weak bitch that starts crying.
It's like, toughen up, Buttercup.
Like, relax, we're trying to have fun here.
We're literally just trying to summon Bloody Mary. Okay.
But I remember this girl was doing the Bloody Mary thing in the bathroom while I was waiting in line for the bathroom. And she was, like, in the mirror and all the stalls were full. And I was doing wall sits because I learned it at basketball camp. So I was doing wall sits in the bathroom. And she turned off the lights and started doing Bloody Mary stuff. I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm just trying to get a workout in. And then a teacher came in and she started yelling at me. And I was like, what am I doing? And then she was like, I'm walking you back to your class. And I was like, what am I doing? I'm doing wall sits while I'm waiting to take a WAS. What's happening? Being a third grader is crazy. Anyway, so she walked me back, basically holding me by my ear and being like, I think you know what you did. You can explain to your teacher. You can explain what you did. And I got in and I was like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Miss Blank Blank.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what I did. I was just waiting to use the bathroom. And she was like, likely story. Go sit down. And I was like, what? Being a kid is so unfair. Also, what is so funny, looking back, because, like, now, like, the people we know, or, like, we, like, see being teachers, we're like, oh, they're only, like, 23 years old, and they're teachers. And looking back, I'm like, is that why teachers were so bitchy and immature? They were only 23 years old.
Yeah, like, they're not old.
They're not old.
You're not an adult.
They were not very mature people. Like, oh my god.
And also, like, some of them, like, were not, like, mature in, like, high school, college. And now it's like, here you are teaching kids. It's like, girl, teach yourself first.
Yeah, you grow up. Like,
figure yourself out before you go teach a kid.
Dude, like, it's so weird now. I'm like, oh, that explains why, like, I had so many passive-aggressive teachers. I had some wonderful teachers.
Oh, yeah, no, I had some great teachers.
A bunch where they were just, like, passive-aggressive, like
weird.
And I'm like, why are you beefing with me right now?
I'm 7.
I'm so small. And you are taking this so personally. Like, and then I remember them always, like, giggling about going and getting margs. And I'm like, oh my god, they're just 23. That's so us.
You know what? Maybe I want to get a marg.
Exactly. But yeah, I thought that was super funny. What's the other playground shenanigans? I remember whenever we started interacting with boys more, we would play, like, a big game of tag. It was intense. And I remember during field day or gym, we would play flag football. And this is so pick me, but I'm gonna share this story because I literally felt like I was like, oh, I'm the Annabeth Chase of this playground right now. But a bunch of some of the boys from, like, my boy squad, because we were playing girls and then we'd switch and the boys would go, and we weren't playing mixed. And I was like, I ended up with, like, 3-4 flags, and I was holding them up like pelts. like yes, spoils of war. And I looked around, and nobody else had picked up any flags. It was just me. And then, like, whenever we switched out with the boys, all the boys, like, high-fived me, and they were like, yo, that was some, like, Annabeth shit out there, because we'd just been talking about, like, Percy Jackson. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna think about this for the rest of my life.
I was like, you like, get that right on your tattoo. Like,
I'm gonna get a tattoo on my lower back that says,
that was some Annabeth shit right there.
That was some Annabeth Chase shit right there. And I was like, yeah, I'm wise girl. Yeah.
I did not really play with boys on the playground. I had really, when I was younger, I had a lot of guy friends. Like, boy friends.
I was a super good try-hard in PE class. I killed in PE.
No, I was just, like, I didn't have a lot of, like best girlfriends, but I had a lot of best guy friends.
Oh, that's so different of you.
I know. I was a real tomboy when I was growing up.
You looked like it. I say that as if I looked any better.
I know, like, call the phone. Okay, Miss R2D2.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
We both, I was, like, from, like, kindergarten to, like,
you grew out of yours at a reasonable age.
4th grade, I was very tomboy. I was wearing, like, my cotton shorts, my cotton basketball shorts. Mm-hmm. I was wearing my babysitter's old shoes. Okay, I was wearing I'm gonna be completely honest. I was wearing a triple XL men's shirt, but because I got it for free. But I would, I would tie it with a hair tie.
Yes, you would tie it with a hair tie. Would you tie it at the side?
Yeah.
You would tie it at the side. Would you tuck it into a knot, or would you leave it hanging as a little?
Leave it hanging.
Ew.
And I had my hair in a low ponytail.
Yeah.
And I had wire glasses.
The wire rectangular frames.
And I also had my mom haircut.
Yes, mama.
My little pixie haircut.
Yes.
It was an interesting look.
You sound awesome. I understand maybe why you had boyfriends.
No, so me and the guys were tight.
Yeah.
But then once I got to 5th grade, I was like, no, it's a new school.
Because you infiltrated.
Because I went to a new school at that point. I moved to Houston.
Right.
And I was like, new school, new look. And then I completely changed my look.
Yeah. See, I did not have that privilege. I didn't think there was anything wrong with how I dressed, and I think it took me till 7th grade to start being like, shit, I should probably change this up. Which is way too late. I've really, established myself as cotton basketball shorts and R2-D2 shirt. Low pony, long hair, like inappropriately long. Like, are her parents chaining her in a basement kind of long hair?
Oh my gosh.
like, is she allowed to cut it? Is this religious? Yeah. But yeah, no, I did not dress to the nines. I was not cute.
No.
I did not have the, listen.
Elementary school, I was purely focused on, can I run away from the ghosts?
Right. Can I write a long research paper about Jupiter?
Can I write a long, that's what I was dressing for, okay?
you were dressing for the job that you wanted, and that was elementary school self-run newspaper.
Elementary school self-run newspaper and ghost hunter.
Ghost hunter.
And hey, sometimes you're the ghost hunter and sometimes you're the ghost prey. So you gotta be able to run.
Right. Yeah, no, I, in 5th grade, I ran for the student council, I ran for class president in 5th grade.
Yeah.
And would you believe my ass won? Which is crazy. I was not very popular, but I won. And the picture of the poster, the picture on the poster was a picture of me that my mom had very poorly photoshopped to, no.
Wait, I remember this. I remember this.
My hair was in Princess Leia buns, and then she colored in my shirt from the picture, colored it in white, so it looked like I was wearing the dress that Princess Leia wears. And I ran on that platform.
Hey, that's a good platform.
It was just
Princess Leia is awesome.
It was just me dressed up as Princess Leia, and I was like, vote for me for president. And then on my poster, I had one of the Frog comics. Being a little girl, I was like, yeah, this is basically dress for the job you want.
Dress for the job you want.
And that was an R2-D2 shirt.
R2-D2 shirt? Triple XL.
Jesus
shirt.
Christ.
But the thing is, because I was already 5'7".
You were already pretty
5'8".
You were very tall.
So it didn't look that bad. It was really big, but it wasn't I was
you weren't swimming in it.
No.
Well,
yeah.
You were.
But also
when you tied it off to the side, the genius that you were.
A genius moves. The thing is,
then you look snatched.
The thing is
I also wore a lot of shirts that had Kermit the Frog on them.
Yeah.
I was big Muppets fan.
In 3rd grade, people are 4 feet tall?
Yeah.
I was already 5 something.
Yeah.
So it was it didn't work. It didn't look bad.
Yeah. Gosh.
So I guess
you want to call it here?
I think so.
Man, I love talking about elementary school. This genuinely has made me feel so much better. I'm like, I should write a short story every day.
I know. Literally, I want to write it. But you know what I'm just thinking about? I remember when I went to Italy, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so interesting hearing about the Renaissance and art and the church and art and blah blah blah. And then I remember I literally was like, I should write an intense research paper on Catholicism
something
and
specific,
art.
Yeah.
And it's still in my bucket list for this year to do. So
it would be fun.
It would be really fun. And if I write it, I'm gonna put it in somewhere where everyone can read it.
Yep.
But then it's no. But the thing is, now it's hard because I come home from work and I'm really tired. And I need to go and work out, and then I need to clean the house and do dinner and stuff. So it's when can I do what I want to do?
Which is write an intense research paper,
a front and back in impact font,
5 pages,
5 pages.
On something super specific.
That I just want to.
Well, you know what? I say, I want to do, I want to be a little girl and, just write a sketch every day and perform it and no. I kind of forgot. Literally, yesterday, we premiered our show. I actually am doing which is funny. like, the number one, like, this is, like, pretty solid advice that everyone has, like, agreed is pretty true. Whatever you really wanted to do when you were 10 years old, specifically when you were 10, like, in that, like, 4th, 5th grade age, whatever you were doing a bunch of on your, like, free will, that will be your happiest thing if you do that as a job. And I was writing sketches and episodes and little things, little comedy things, and now, yesterday, we premiered the first episode. We have 3 episodes filmed, and we're finishing editing the second 2, but we premiered our show yesterday, and I'm like, oh my god, wait, I am doing it. You're doing it. I am doing it. Y'all should check out Subletter Show on Instagram. Well, we'll throw it in our story or something. Oh yeah, y'all take a look at it. But yeah, super excited. Like, it went really well. I think people really liked it.
People loved it.
I'm glad you came. Laura was in San Antonio, and it premiered Friday night, and we were like, and I called her, I was like, please, I need you here. You have an incredible laugh. I need you to fill the quietness. People don't like the show.
Yeah. I'm really glad I came, because, like,
you sound very tired.
I am a little tired.
You're a little burnt out.
I'm a little burnt out. And so I was like, I should probably stay home and, like, take care of myself. And then you called me, and I was like, what if I went?
What if I went?
And also, I really wanted to see it, and I really wanted to support all my friends. So it was so good. It was so good. It was awesome.
I really, really appreciate you coming. I appreciate the kind words, and you are written into the 4th episode.
Yes.
I apologize that one did not get filmed. We were trying our hardest to film 6. Yeah. And then we're like, okay, we're gonna film 3 in this house, and then we're all moving out of this house anyways, and so we're like, okay. That's too much.
That makes sense. Like, it's like you gotta, like, do it well.
Yeah, we gotta do it well. We gotta slow down. So we filmed 3, and it was really gratifying sitting there listening to people laugh, and I'll be like, oh, that's like my joke, or like, oh, like, this is, whatever. I remember someone else writing that, like, thinking about writing something, and then, like, several months later hearing
people, like, reacting
and laughing to it, and they have no idea that you wrote it or whatever. It was really cool. And there was a lot of people there.
It was packed. It was packed out. It was way too hot.
How many people do you think were in the living room?
Probably like 50.
50?
40
to 50.
They
were packed into our living room to watch. Like sardines, yes. But yeah, so it's really sweet talking about, I'm like thinking about elementary school, I'm like, wow, that's actually what I really wanted to do whenever I was 10. I was doing that out of my own free will. That's what I love doing. And yesterday we did it. I did it, but yeah, so
it's so cool.
It's very exciting. It's very cool. But yeah, if y'all let us know what your weird childhood.
What were you into as a little freak?
Were you into sharks? Were you into that book about Egypt that had that red dot on it that everyone loved? Anyone know what I'm talking about? Egyptology. It's a beautiful book. It was very enticing. Were you into fairies? Were you into making potions?
Were you into ghosts?
Were you into ghosts?
Were you into Bloody Mary?
Did
Bloody Mary go to your school?
Did Bloody Mary go to your school?
Because she went to ours. She went to a different school.
Yeah.
She went to a different school.
She was in our school district.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know. Being a little girl is awesome, and everyone should try and do what they were doing whenever they were a child.
Be a little feral also, a little bit.
And print media is not dead.
Print media is not dead.
Stop giving kids laptops. Let them write notes.
Put them in a computer room, let them print some stuff out.
Yes.
And watch the magic happen.
Let them waste some ink, okay?
Waste? No. Make use of. But that's it. Yeah. All right. Go check out our Instagram at Do It For The Bit Podcast, and check out our Pinterest at Do It For The Bit. And if you like this episode, please rate it 5 stars and follow us on Spotify so that way you can never ever miss an episode. We'd really appreciate it. And send this episode to your other fellow girlies. Yeah. Your other fellow little freak girlies.
Yeah. Send this to whoever you played fairies or Power Rangers with whenever you were
you made potions with.
Whoever you played Ninja Turtles with.
Yeah. Send this to them. They'll love it.
Send this to them. If you haven't talked to them in 13 years, reach out.
Break the ice.
Send them this podcast.
Be like, hey, remember whenever we did that?
Boom.
Anyways, thanks so much for listening.
Thank you.
All right. Also, hey, this is just a side note, but if y'all are like, man, I really want to hear y'all talk about this or that or whatever, let us know.
Let us know.
Okay, bye!
Bye!